Hi guys, I'm Emerald the designer. I'm 23 and I'm here to help you guys learn how to crochet. I'm not really the most comfortable on camera as of yet. I'm trying to break out of my shell and really just help my community be, cute, turn hot, and fashionable. So I also do have a majority of like the beginner things that I made. So I'm just gonna be showing you every single thing in my what I've made pile and walking you guys through my mistakes, some tips and tricks I wish I knew back then, etc, etc. Everything I've learned through YouTube, TikTok, Reels. Personally, I don't feel like you gotta pay $60,000 a year just to learn how to make yourself a nice hat. That being said, let's get started. So this is one of the very first hats that I made, but I added a star because I was really into stars. I don't know if you could tell, but it's like very stretchy. This one is supposed to be a side hat. Like, one problem I had with this hat is I was weaving in the ends too much. You can still see like the stitches in it. I didn't really like that part of it. After I made this hat, I didn't really like how big the star was, so I tried remaking it with a smaller star with the basic beanies. I didn't know where to where to stop the increases, so the back, if you could tell, but the back is like super elongated. This hat too, I was still weaving in the lines, so it wasn't really coming off as a solid color. It's the front, but oh, can y'all see this? It's just not really supposed to be that long in the back. I didn't really like it when I made it, but I actually really do like this hat now. Like, it's pretty cool. I actually made several of these star hats, so I have a couple of these, but in different variety. Girl, whatever, girl. Next up is another star hat, y'all, but this time I wanted to get a bit more experimental, so I added ear flaps. I added some pom-poms. It was my first time making ear flaps, so I didn't really know the stitch count, and like it was a lot of increases and decreases, and girl, like I just kind of improvised a lot for this one. I actually really like this hat. I didn't like it much when I made it, but I think it's really cute. I also like the star in this hat a lot better than the other ones, but this is the hat. I also made this hat from Adventure Time. I hadn't really done shapes before, so I didn't really know how to like make his ears. This is obviously a fin hat. I didn't know how to like make these stand up, so I really might remake this one. But yeah, this is supposed to be Finn. This is like a 3 out of 10 for me, y'all. I don't know, but I like her though. She's still here, so you know. Next up is this hat. You can see the star has improved a lot. Ear flaps are a lot more cohesive. This hat is when I really understood what I was doing. I think I got too good. I don't even know where the back is. You could just kind of tell, like, it just looks a lot more cohesive. My next hat I don't have with me because they've been sold, but next up is Stan from South Park. I'll just put it right here. These hats were honestly very easy because I had made my pom-poms for this hat, so I knew how to make pom-poms, and it was still the same basic hat tutorial, so I just made Stan. By this point, honestly, me and basic hats were like this. Like, I do it like the back of my hand, but I did want to really solidify that skill, and I ended up making Cartman the week after right here, also from South Park, because I was binging South Park. And then after this hat is when I started getting a little bit more experimental. After Eric, I made a little strawberry hat. This was my first version of a strawberry hat. I think I made it either too long or because I got the basic shape down, but the brim sucks. I didn't like how I did the insides because I didn't like cut anything, so it's like very stringy. I really like the seeds. It's just one of those hats that look better like this. It just looks better like this than on the person. I think the brim is too small, but I like the overall like shape of it and like the overall theme. So actually, I like this hat. Do you see how much better this is? Do you see what I mean? Like this fits perfectly. I also got really into like the bunny ears because I was seeing a lot of bunny ears hats on Pinterest. Yeah, I just kind of combined my two favorite things, ended up making this one. Someone bought that one for their girlfriend. I ended up giving one to my friend, and I think I had a couple commissions. I'll probably put it back up on my website. I don't know yet, maybe. This one people seem to like, but it was just so much work. I mean, I could only make 2 of those. This is the black and pink one that got sold, but I ended up remaking one for myself that was black and purple. I actually misspoke. I made this one for a customer, but I made it before they had paid. And then when it was almost done, they didn't want to pay me. So I was just like, well, you're not getting the hat. It's a little unfinished because I was not gonna finish and ship this hat. Honestly, it's okay because I really didn't like the black and purple anyway. I do like the stars though. I think the stars are cute. This is my very first hat that I've ever sold. This is the first one that someone went on my website and paid $40 for. It's still super appreciated. Shout out Shari, man. You are my first customer. I love you so much. Thank you. Next up is one of my absolute favorites. Def the Kid from Soul Eater. I don't know if you guys watch anime, but I love watching anime, and I really like Soul Eater. This is the shitty version, I'm not gonna lie, because this is the first version I've ever made of this hat. Right away it's a little small. I feel like I wasn't really getting the sizes yet, and I didn't really know what to do around here, but I love how accurate it is. I think if you've seen Soul Eater and you see somebody with this, like, you know who it is, and I really like that. I ended up making 2 versions of this hat. Version 2 already got sold, and I don't think I'm gonna be remaking it, but this is what it looked like. Same exact silhouette, just a little bit more unique than this one. I generally think is one of my favorites. Like, now that I'm really wearing it and seeing it, I think it's very accurate. I think it's like simple and cute and awesome. Next is this hat. You could tell I'm still experimenting with stars, but I hate the colors in this one. I think for this week, I just wanted to try a different silhouette. Definitely not the worst hat. It's just not my personal favorite. I don't really do cat hats like that. I don't think I really like this one, but someone might. Next, I made this for my friend Malik. Love the brim of it. Like, I actually like this one. Continuing with the anime theme, I also really love One Piece, so I made this Luffy straw hat. I think it's actually very accurate in terms of color and style. First like this. Could be better, could be worse, not too bad. I'm not mad at it. I think I put the stripe a bit too high up, but this is Luffy from One Piece. I also made this purple hat. I don't really know what I was thinking. Let's see, like, sure, I guess, but you know what, I think it's a little bit silly, but I kind of think we could do something with this. This one is unfinished. I actually really like it. This is my devil bunny hat. I really like the pink and the red together. I just wanted to keep like the basics in the bunny, so this is where I ended up. I like it. After that, I made this safety pin hat. I never really sold this one. It was just kind of for me because I wanted to try out the fur linings. So yeah, I just made it, kept it around. It's okay. I don't really love it. I don't really hate it. Around October, I was making a lot of Halloween hats. So I had made this Frankenstein's monster hat. Some people didn't really get it, but it's because he's like green, hairline is like this, and he got the scars. Some people didn't really get this one, but I actually really like this one. Then I made this orange hat. No real complaints either. I thought it was cool. Yeah, it's orange. Again, for the Halloween theme, I had made Freddy Krueger. I thought the red and the sage green was such a cool pairing, and then I added just some bunny ears just to keep it like cute. But I actually really liked this hat. This one was also one of my first hats made. It's supposed to be like a ski mask. Yeah, I just thought it was really cool, especially because you could kind of like wear it like this too and not as a ski mask. But I do wish that these were a little bit more stable. But yeah, this is one of my first hats. This hat came in as a commission, and it was the first time I had stepped away from like these type of yarn, like the smaller type of yarn, into a chunky yarn, because after this hat everyone wanted one. Currently it's still my most popular hat. I remake these in literally every single colorway that you can think of. I've made this one in white, I've made it in blue, I've made it in moss green, in a lot of different other colors. So yeah, you guys, I think that's it for today. I had a lot of fun making this video. It was really nice to be able to go back to the very beginning of this journey, even though I'm harsh on a lot of them. If you do watch this channel and you are learning from me, you're also able to sort of like see that progression of your talent, and I think that's really cool.